It seems all those so-called freedom-loving, constitution-supporting patriots who claim how we're all so ungrateful because brave men and women fought and died for our freedoms don't take part in the most basic exercise of that freedom: voting. According to an NBC News poll, 40% of Americans who were eligible to vote in the last presidential election said they wouldn't. Why? One of the reasons they cited was that they felt their vote didn't matter. A more disturbing trend is the number of Americans who say they're not voting and that they're sending a message. They feel there's no difference between the candidates, and that by not voting, they're sending a message that somehow their apathy will be heard as a course of action. Yeah, that's complete Here's why. Their fantasy is the thinking that the politicians will see what happens when nobody votes, as if the election will somehow become null and void. Here's the reality. The guys who do want to win will, and they'll mobilize enough of their base to make sure they do. It won't matter if they win by 1 vote or by 1,000 votes. A win is still a win. And when you have an electorate that's disengaged and apathetic, it makes it easier for fanatics to seize power. And once they're there, it's hard to get rid of them. Now I can hear you shouting in the back of the room, "Fire them all!" Here's the problem with that. You see, Americans always want something different, and nature abhors a vacuum. Often what comes along to fill that void isn't something different, but something like this. Yeah, you can see how that doesn't work either. Now I can hear you saying, "But Shlomo, I don't like either party, and I'm going to vote for a third-party candidate that doesn't have any chance of winning, just to screw over a candidate who has a legitimate shot at winning. That'll show 'em." That is completely irresponsible, and all it does is it make it easier for a bad candidate to win. The place to vote for a third party is at your state and local levels. I want 5 parties in this country, not just 3. I want more representation, not less. But presidential and national elections aren't the place to make a point. The best thing you can do as a voter is educate yourself on the issues and then vote for the candidate that best represents them. They're not going to represent 100% of what you believe, but you'll have to vote for the one that comes close. Disengagement from the political process is not an excuse. Your vote does matter. Your vote will matter. Get out and vote.